Greetings, sunshines and sunnies. It is I, Queen J Lotus King Sunkiss, coming at y'all right quick, right fast, maybe, for something new. Well, not new to me, but new to you. So this is going to be my first time doing an online medium read. So for this video, we will be tapping into those of you who have brothers specifically who have passed on. So this could be blood brothers, spirit brothers, people you may consider spiritual part of your family, spiritual brother, God brother, the spectrum. Okay? And so before we get into this, I do want to start off by opening the reading saying extensive and everlasting light, love, and healing and liberation to the spirits of these loved ones and all of their true loved ones. And of course, including you all in the Most High's divine design favor. Oh, there y'all be called be. Hallelujah. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the specificities of these cards. So, got 4 different groups here. Now, the way this is, of course, you can resonate with more than one group. You may resonate with one group. I'm going to try my best to put timestamps in the comment section. So, y'all can go straight to whichever will have you. Now, I did say, right quick, right fast, maybe. However, I am going to be doing this quick read style. Because also this is going to be like this is the first one I've done online, and I'm going to have some other stuff coming. So, ain't gonna waste no more time. I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it. Now, at the upper left of them, we have pile 1. Over to the right with the Snickers, that's pile 2. Down at the bottom left-hand corner with the orange, that's pile 3. Over to the right of them at the bottom with the crematory cake, that is pile 4. And I didn't acknowledge it, but pile 1, of course, is represented here by the Mott's Fruit Snacks. Now, I have put eyes on these cards, but I have not channeled anything off of them yet. I'm going to literally channel as I go. And of course, we started off with group 1. So, in this particular moment, what I want to do is I'm going to input some soothing music to give y'all the opportunity to choose your might. Like I said, we got the Mott's, we got the Snickers, we got the oranges, and we got the crematory cake. So those are also signs and symbols of resonation. We have some signs and symbols of resonation within the cards as well. And I'll tap into those other things as we go. So now, go ahead and input the moment of meditation. All right. Greetings, sunshines and sunnies of group 1. So, as we see here, we have the Mott's Fruit Snacks as a sign and symbol of resonation for you all and your passed on brother. Some other signs and symbols of resonation that are on the packaging are, we got a little English to Spanish translation. So, it's something to think about if your brother was a teacher or if you or your brother is Hispanic or have Hispanic roots, or maybe they indulged in a lot of Hispanic culture, something of the sort, okay? Signs and symbols of resonation as it concerns, the cultural and language elements going on there. Also, toy boats, el bote de juguete. All right, I'm country, but y'all got the picture. White cat, el gato blanco, right? So some other signs and symbols of resonation we have are a toy boat and a white cat. Another fun fact about the Mott's Fruit Snacks specifically is that they are, at least by the packaging and what they say, child, they are gluten and gelatin free. They are, they get their color and their sweetness and all that from fruit. Fruit puree, other forms of fruit essences and elements. So that's also a sign and symbol of resonation. If your brother had a gluten sensitivity, or they were real strict about not eating pork, not consuming pork products, not consuming overly processed snacks and products and things of that nature, that's also a sign and symbol of resonation. And also, this is the animal pack. This is the particular pack of fruit snacks that has the animal shaped fruit snacks in there. So yeah, if your brother was into animals and or toy boats, okay? Again, signs and symbols of resonation. Maybe even they love fruit snacks. Maybe even they love this brand of fruit snacks particularly. So yeah, we now get into these cards. And getting into the general consensus of the items that were selected to be used, it's a general consensus of sweetness. I feel like all of y'all from all of the collectives, all of y'all brothers are trying to guide you to more sweetness. There's an energy here that's saying that you need more sweetness in your life. So, as I uncover the cards, they tell the past, the present, and the future as well. Okay, there might be another sign and symbol of resonation if you and your past brother really liked The Princess and the Frog, or specifically the Shadow Man's contributions to movie, his songs, and things of that nature. That could be a sign and symbol of resonation. Maybe even your brother did spiritual work, okay? That had resonated. So, uncovering here, and I chose to use well, I didn't really choose, Spirit chose, okay? To use the Millennial Tarot deck. And looky, one of these is the Millennial, also the Fool. All right, so we have the Knight of Vibes, which is the Knight of Wands, and the Fool, Life Coach, and the Millennial. So these are the cards that came out when I specifically asked for messages from them. So this is having to do with the specifics and the leading messages of what they have to say to y'all. And for these, I asked for more signs and symbols of resonation, as well as anything else they wanted to input. This is my Neon Love Oracle. And we have Crush and Vulnerability. All right, so now I am going to go back to the still shot point of view. I just wanted to uncover those in real time. That is y'all's layout. And boom, TikTok, we in there like swimwear. Nah, let's kick it on off with y'all's first card over to the left of them, which is the Knight of Wands, aka the Knight of Vibes, and it is labeled Life Coach. For some of you, it's giving a good bunch of you, to be honest. Y'all's brother is sending you messages concerning you. Stop deferring your own dreams. You know you have a lot to say. You know you have a lot of stories to tell. What you waiting for? If not now, then when? If not you, then who? Don't drink the Kool-Aid, my friend. Okay? And it's giving, some of you have life coach potential, and let me not say potential because Spirit said destiny. Some of you have life coach destiny, and it's like you know it. Not even on a deep down sense. You know it, like really bubbling to the surface on some shit, that it's a part of your destiny to be some form of life coach. I'm hearing for some of you, Tantra, something dealing with Tantra, some sort of purpose surrounding doing Tantra work, Tantra services, sexual healing services. Is giving helping people heal from sexual abuse using a plethora of different methods, and one of those methods include Tantra. So that's definitely a calling. Your brother is telling you to stop being so sexually shamed, and there's acknowledgement of the contributions, you know, things that have happened in your life, things that have been said to you. For some of you, I'm hearing that your brother wants to apologize for certain derogatory things that they said to you. I'm hearing growing up, and in the meantime, in between time, they didn't realize how impactful what they were saying was. I'm hearing they thought that they were joking, they thought that it was just in jest, you know, just think. I'm hearing like playing the dozens. I'm seeing imagery from like JJ and Thelma from Good Times, and how it was kind of like a part of their love language to like Jones each other, roast each other back and forth and type shit. And in his transition, he's realizing the actual impact that had, despite what the intentions were. He's realizing that those words were impactful both ways, and he wants to take accountability for his part in your sexual shame and certain other frequencies of shame that you've been struggling with, and he wants to call your attention to that. There's some sort of normalization. You've normalized or become normalized to people talking shit to you and talking shit about you in your face, and you not having a sense of urgency to either cut them off or like genuinely clap back at them. What I'm picking up on is like people around you play in your face, and they do this thing where they act like they just playing. They say fucked up, disrespectful shit to you in the form of joking, but your brother is coming through to say that they are not playing. Like when y'all would do y'all thing, you know, he would just be talking. It would be like coming from a place of love, even though he realized the impact was not what he intended. But he's saying, this is another part of the accountability that he's taking. It's like these instances growing up with roasting each other being a love language has blinded you to people being around you that are really not cool with you, and they disrespect you in your face like they're playing, and he's telling you they're not. He's telling you this is not a love language. It's not a love language at all, and it's not a love language as it concerns them. And they now granted, I am speaking in singular terms here and there, but don't get too lost in the sauce of that, okay? Proceeding. So he's also saying all of that to say, in your life coach work, however it hits, there's this striking attention that he's bringing to your attention, to bring to your audience's attention, your client's attention, the world's attention, and how you can, about the conditions, the conditioning of how masculines relate to feminines. So in this callback to JJ and Thelma from Good Times, he's telling me there's a commonality, using JJ as the example. A lot of men, boys who grow up with sisters, the way that they're socialized to relate to women, to females, to girls, the way that they're socialized to perceive girls, puts them in a cognitive dissonance. It puts them in this chaotic confusion, whereas they feel as though they're not supposed to be affectionate and genuinely tender to their sisters because something about that seems like incest. There's a conditioning here where like the boys are conditioned that they can only be soft and tender with girls that they want to fuck, and or girls that they can fuck. And so what ends up happening is that the boys are extra rough with their sisters and other women in their family and or other women who they have no intentions on having sexual relations with. And he's saying that this also shows up in the way that some fathers relate to their daughters. Like if it's not checked and unpacked, which a lot of time it is not, he's saying this also ends up showing up in how fathers relate to their daughters, being hard on their daughters, saying things, I'm hearing like picking fun at their bodies and like their intelligence and things of that nature. And on a soul level, they're not, and this is not to excuse it at all, but this is just what he's communicating, the explanation. A lot of times in these specific cases, okay, in this specific case, the men that are alike this specific brother, this collective of brothers, okay, it's like forgive them for they know not what they do, forgive them for they knew not what they were doing, right? So he's saying in this case, this brand of fathers and brothers, they're not intending to come from a hurtful and hateful place. They have just been taught that it's inappropriate to be tenderly loving and caring with girls, females, women who they have no intention of having sex with. And so the only other option that they know, sense, and feel to fall back on is, you know, the other conditionings of the world, which entail like chipping away at women's self-esteem, chipping away at girls, females' self-esteem. And so it's like when in doubt, chip at their self-esteem. Like when in doubt, pick fun at them as a love language. Like they're trying to show affection through picking, through teasing and chipping away at your solar plexus. And he's acknowledging the wrong in this. He's acknowledging how he's realized that this is wrong, and he's sending the message to you to wake you up as well so that you can wake up other people accordingly. And I am sensing, especially with this Fool card here, segueing into the messages of the Fool card, with that being said, the messages of this Fool card here is having to take a leap of faith from some form of relationship, job, or friend group or something of the sort. I'm also picking up for some of you, you are literally in a situation. For some of you, you may be married. And for some of you, this may be like a baby mama, baby daddy type situation, but y'all are trying to figure out y'all's relationship. Are y'all gonna work it out? Are y'all just gonna co-parent, whatever, what have you? But it seems like y'all are in some way forced in close proximity with each other on a regular. And on that note, he's channeling, this is the point where I break free, cause I just can't take it no more. He's saying you're gonna have to break free. You're gonna have to take a leap of faith and just make the decision to rip yourself out of this situation, because the roots of it are severely deep. And it could be dangerous for you to try to take too much of your time to exit the situation. It's not going to be safe for you to do a hell of a lot of outlining and planning to get yourself out of this situation. It's really like you need to knock the tower down and run. Light, love, healing, liberation, and luck to you all who that is resonating for. All right. Another aspect of the Knight of Wands and the Fool together for a lot of you is y'all need to have more fun. And specifically, y'all need to get out more, and it's making sense, the signs and symbolisms of the fruit snacks as well, because I'm hearing some of you are being called, and you can even feel it, your soul calling you to go somewhere where there are like a lot of animals and land, and go into someone's farm, go into someone's petting zoo or something of the sort, even homesteading, making your own farm, or, you know, whatever land area designated for keeping animals. I'm also hearing someone or some people need to register their pets, whatever pet you have, whether it's exotic or whatever, you need to register them as an emotional support animal. That's what's coming up here as well. So these things are going to help you brighten up your energy, and it's giving release, right? Because what I'm also picking up here is, and now we're going to get into the other cards that are present from the Neon Love Oracle, which are signs and symbols of resonation, as well as anything more that they have to say. So we have vulnerability and crush. Both of them are sideways, right? So very simply stated, I'm gonna spit it straight out, and this is also correlating with some of those messages that he was speaking on about the way you've been conditioned to accept disrespect as a love language. And so that's why these cards are sideways also. So what he's saying here is that a lot of you have a true love divine partner that you're meant to connect with in this lifetime, but you keep choosing men and or masculines like your brother. You keep choosing people that are like your brother. And this is not to say that he was bad, but what it's given you, you keep choosing people who disrespect you as a love language. And a part of this is because you're still holding on to the grief of your brother, which is totally understandable. But what he's saying is you're handling it in a toxic manner, whereas you keep bringing in these people and holding on to them. It's like some form of delusion. It's like an illusion of your brother. They have any type of like striking traits like your brother, you get immediately attached to them. You get like rose-colored glasses. It's hard for you to see they're wrong. It's hard for you to see that you're not supposed to be holding on to them like that. It's hard for you to see that they're disrespectful to you. It's hard for you to see that they are not meant for you and you deserve better, because you're so fixated on how much or whatever much they remind you of your brother. And your brother is basically saying, you need to let him go in the sense of trying to find people to replace him. He's saying he's irreplaceable, honey. He cannot be replaced. And so he's calling you to connect with him on a soul level. Allow yourself to be vulnerable in spirit so that you can connect with him on a soul level, and that sets your spirit free as well. And it can help break you out of this cycle of just holding on to people to a fault because they remind you of your brother. And in this, he wants to introduce you to like some of the new version of him. In his transition form, he's wanted to introduce you to more good qualities of him so that you can have more to go by. And you can have more to go by as it concerns recognizing your divine tribe and whoever this divinely designed partner is for you that you're meant to attract. But you won't be able to attract them until you let go of those other people who are just not good. And so, getting specifically into the crush card, this is someone, like whoever this divinely designed partner is very likely someone that y'all have already met, is very likely someone who kind of watches you from a distance. They kind of window shop you. And it's like, I'm hearing, when I first saw you, I said, oh my, that's my dream. Like without the sinister-esque-ness of Curtis from that movie. They genuinely feel that way about you, and they're just waiting for you to realize that you deserve better. They're just waiting for you to stand up and clear them vultures out from around you so that they can fly in and not save you, but connect with you for real. And child, I believe that's it. I believe that is it. So, with all that being said, child, if I do say so myself, honey, I have milked this Couch ride, and I am thoroughly appreciative for the exchange of vibes. And if you feel synchronized, please do me a divine design and like, share, and subscribe so that you can be one of the first to be back through these Queen Qualities follow next time. And be sure to bless that comment section with your questions and conversations. And as always, I bid you in all ways like love, healing, and liberation. Emphasis on liberation. Mwah. Greetings, sunshines and sunnies of group 2. How you do, honey? Yes, go on. All right. Y'all have these Snickers here, all right? And these are fun size Snickers. No, they're the bite size Snickers. Right now. So, some signs and symbols of resonation I'm picking up on here. If your brother was very short or small framed, and or you may be very short or small framed, and there may be something, you know, like a nickname, he may call you shorty, tiny, mini me, fun size, bite size, whatever. Things of that nature. We also have the letters N, E, and S, okay? Take those how it resonates. So those could be, okay, this could be spelling our name here, Ness. It could be, turn it the other way, it'll say sin, or, you know. But also these could be the initials of your brother in whatever arrangement. This could also be 3 different brother figures that are here. All right? Take me, spit out the bottom. So, other things I'm picking up on here, with this group having the Snickers specifically, much like I said in group 1, the overall theme for every collective is giving needing more sweetness in your life, needing more sweet things, okay? Sweet energy, sweet essence. And I love it. I think about chocolate is, of course, it comes from cocoa, which is a plant. It comes from plant, whatever, what have you. Chocolate, cocoa, things of that nature are very valuable. People sleep on how valuable chocolate, cocoa, that type of shit is. So what I'm picking up on here is, for one, you need to, your brother is calling you to recognize that you are worth chocolate. Like, your worth and chocolate's worth, cocoa's worth are in alignment, okay? Think of yourself as being high value like chocolate. I love that. Amongst thinking about what is in Snickers specifically, is chocolate, nougat, caramel, and peanuts. All slept on treasures, okay? But just because a lot of people don't realize how valuable those things are doesn't mean that you miss out on an investment. All right. So that can go 2 different ways. It could be people that have been sleeping on your value. You could even be sleeping on your value, as well as you may be sleeping on the value of someone else or something else. And I am picking up specifically certain people are being called to invest in chocolate, cocoa. I saw 3, 2, 1 as I said that. Okay, so somebody's being called to invest in chocolate, cocoa, peanuts, caramel, things of that nature. Some people are being called to make their sweets from scratch, including like any candies or snacks or things that you eat and consume. Learn how to make it from scratch, because it'll also be healthier for you. And, you know, you still be able to consume a lot of the things that you love without it having such a detriment on your health. Okay? So, yeah. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get into the specificities of y'all's cards. So, we're going to sit those over there for now. And we're going to tap into, these are the cards that came out from me asking specifically what messages do y'all brother have for y'all, right? Hey now. So we got 2 cups cards. We have the 2 of cups, aka engagement photos, and we have the Knight of Cups, aka ally. And the cup suit is also labeled feels in this particular deck, which is the Millennial Tarot deck. All right. Those are also the color blue, so I feel we're dealing with some throat chakra themes going on. And these cards I'm turning over here from the Neon Love Oracle are the signs and symbols of resonation, as well as anything more that the bros have to say. Okay, honey. And so there is y'all's layout. And without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into the specificities of these cards. Come here, sexy little thing. Yeah, I love to turn you on. Yeah, I wish you wore my Levi jeans so you can hug this sex all night long. Hey now, so that's one of our leading channel songs coming through. Yes, God. Also, there's a lyric in that song that talks about mocha choca. What is that? Mocha choca caramel latte, I act a fool. Yes, that's not a coincidence, right? Because another sign and symbol of resonation that I also forgot to mention is that y'all's brother might have really enjoyed chocolate with caramel, peanuts, and nougat, and specifically Snickers. I'm also picking up Take Fives for some of you. I just don't have a Take Five here. You know, the Take Fives have peanut butter, pretzels, chocolate, and caramel. I'm not sure about the nougat, but they good as motherfuckers too. Anyway, so yeah, so the sign and symbol of resonation is that chocolate could have been your brother's favorite type of candy, one of their favorite type of sweets, and even more specifically Snickers and or Take Five. And I'm also picking up 100 grand. Yes, I love it. Also, there's also a challenge for some of you. Remember I said this isn't limited to biological brothers. I'm also channeling God brothers, play brothers, quote unquote, as well as spiritual brothers, people you may have like agape brothers, men, masculines that you may have had an agape type of love with. They're part of your soul tribe. Okay, it's a soul brother. Things of that nature. And I am picking up a lot of play brothers, soul brothers, God brothers in this particular group. So yeah, that's to be noted because there is some not literal, but you know, look, energetic incest that I'm picking up on here. And what I mean by that is y'all had definitely an agape type of soul sister and brother, soul brothers, even type of bonding relationship. And all the while, for some of you, y'all might have also crossed them other lines in the meantime, in between time, okay? So yeah, that's coming up here. And another song that channeled through specifically for y'all, and that's not a coincidence too, is a song from Beyonce's sister, Solange, which was FUBU. And those also have some connections to the signs and symbolisms of the Snickers that y'all have here, the chocolate element, because amongst those messages that came out about someone needing to invest in chocolate, I'm also picking up inheritance. So some of you may end up finding that y'all have some sort of rights to, I just heard chocolate factory. Interesting, right? So no, y'all may literally have some sort of inheritance that concerns some sort of factory or business or estate that surrounds the business of chocolate. Interesting. So for instance, the way it's kind of channeling through is that this is for example, and this is also a channeling. So take the meat, spit out the bone, okay? Let's say one of your great grandmothers actually created one of the brands of chocolate. Could be Snicker, could be Kit Kat, Reese's, Take 5, 100 grand, whichever what have you. You may have an ancestor that literally played a major hand, if not the hand, in creating that particular chocolate bar. And so your reconnection with your brother in spirit here may end up leading you to uncovering what you are rightfully owed, what your bloodline is rightfully owed, which is the rights to whatever that patent is on that chocolate bar, you know, whatever the benefits are, the fruits of the labor from that company. That's some strong ass shit, y'all. Okay, that's some strong ass shit. I love to hear it and see it. All right. So without further ado, we will go ahead and get into the specificities of the cards because I already know that that's gonna elaborate even further on those messages as well as others. So first things first, I'm gonna release, drop this and let the whole world feel it. Let them feel it. And that's not a coincidence, honey, because even from jump and evaluating the Snickers, it's been giving, honey, y'all need to wake up to how fancy you are. You so fancy. We already know in the fast lane from LA to Tokyo. Yes. So getting into y'all's first card, which is the Two of Fields, aka the Two of Cups, aka engagement photos. All right, so some of y'all may be engaged, you may be in a relationship real closely. On the other hand, I'm picking up that you and this soul brother may have been engaged in some type of way, or y'all may have been in the process of determining what y'all were going to do about y'all's relationship, where y'all just going to remain friends, cut it off, or go ahead and let it develop into something more. And it seems as though they transitioned and passed on before that was able to happen. Light, love, and healing to y'all for real. Okay, take a deep breath on that. So what they're coming in to say is don't close yourself off to love. Don't let them take your love away. That's what y'all through, honey. Don't let them buy Ashanti. Say that you want me, yes. Say that you need me, yes. Say that you never leave me, yeah. Don't let them take your love away. So how does channeling through specifically is how they're communicating it is don't let this lost loved one take your love away. Don't get so lost in the sauce of your feeling like, what if, I'm hearing for some of you, you feel cursed in some type of way. You feel like God shitted on you by taking them away from you at the time that they did, let alone at all. And this brother, these brothers, okay, I'm gonna be speaking singularly quite a bit, but don't get lost in the sauce of it, okay? Take the meat and spit out the bones. So yeah, they're wanting you to know. This is so musical. I don't know if y'all do music or you and them bonded over music a lot, or they did music, but a lot of the messages are coming through in song, through song. So they want you to know that God is keeping them. They want you to know that God is keeping you. All of this is in alignment. As much as it may hurt, as crazy as it may sound, I'm hearing they were ready to go. When they transitioned, they saw exactly what they needed to see. God showed them something specific. I'm hearing prophecy. God showed them a prophecy that made them feel at peace to go ahead and accept their fate of transitioning at the time that they did. Because they, in this prophecy that they were shown, it made them understand why they needed to get out of the way for you to fulfill your divine design. Whew. Light, love, and healing to y'all. Light, love, and healing to y'all. Because I'm not gonna lie, like that's some strong ass shit, and that's some very evolved type of messages. Like, I can imagine the spiritual initiations, dark nights of soul and such that you all have been going through and likely are going through now, because these types of messages, this type of experience is very much so, it's like y'all are chosen ones. Not like, y'all are chosen ones. And it's a spirit and y'all's brother saying this to y'all, that y'all are chosen ones in a specific sense to exemplify some very elevated level of godliness, very godly energy. And I know we use the phrase that like they needed to get out of the way, but it's in actuality like they needed to transition into a different point of view to be able to help and guide you. So that being said, it segues us perfectly to the ally card, because the reason why this card is sideways is because a part of it is they have transitioned for the sake of being a spirit guide to you. And I'm hearing you've been blocking yourself by resisting this connection. I'm hearing you've been trying very hard not to think about them because it hurts, and it's totally understandable. But what they're saying is here, in your desensitizing yourself to the situation and desensitizing yourself in general and let alone to them, you've been blocking yourself, and you are blocking yourself to an extreme detriment because they are meant to be a spirit guide for you. And like I was just saying about those of you that resonate with the inheritance message, it's meant for them specifically to guide you and aid you towards, the scavenger hunt or whatever, for you to find the information that you need to go ahead and claim or reclaim that inheritance and or those reparations. I just heard. Another part of this is, for some of you, it was always planned in the prophecy for them to leave you when they did, because there's a mission that you have in this lifetime. In this lifetime, as it concerns codependency. Mercury trying to play on my tongue, child. But amongst that, again, that's that throat chakra energy that's coming through here. Y'all's throat chakra has been stifled. It's given that you all have been stifling it because y'all have been, I keep getting this energy of the elephants, hold on. And the thing about elephants is that it's very common that when an element, we're going to talk about the elements. Let me get this out, please. When it comes to elephants, they tend to be very monogamous. And whenever their loved one passes on, it's very common for it to not be very long before they pass away themselves from the heartbreak. And your loved one, as well as your divine realm, is saying that you are not an elephant, okay? You have certain great attributes like elephants, such as a really great memory. And this is something that you perceive as a blessing and a curse when it comes to you, right? Because you can remember all of the good things really good, and you also remember all of the bad things really good. And your emotional memory is also really good. So when you remember stuff, you also drudge up all of those emotions with it. And they're saying that it's past time for you to tap into and accept, open up to receiving and recognizing the strength in that. Could very much so be Cancer placements. And that just reminded me too that the Two of Fields card in this deck, in the Millennial Tarot deck, is Cancer. It is the Cancer zodiac sign card. One of them, that is. So that's not a coincidence. So you may be a Cancer, you may have strong Cancer placements, and or this particular loved one may have been a Cancer as well. The other card, the Knight of Fields card, is Scorpio energy in this deck. And so that's also another zodiac sign that is highly intuitive, very much so, very strong psychic energy. When we talk about Scorpio energy, is usually very like, that's so Raven. You could gaze into the future. Okay, premonition type shit. But when it comes to Cancers, you're extremely psychic in the way of being empathetic. You can read people's energies. You can read their past. You can read their minds even. You can literally just look at them and just read them for the field without even trying. Like, you ever had conversations or even arguments with people where you just start saying stuff just based off what you sense and see, and motherfuckers respond like, what the fuck? How the fuck you know that? Or they respond like in a way where you can tell you hit something close to home and you don't even know how you did it. You don't even know how you knew. You just was saying what you sensed. You just was saying what came to mind, what came to spirit. That's that Cancer psychic energy, just being able to just read the fuck out of a person effortlessly. So again, finding the strength in that. The challenge is getting better spiritual hygiene and taking out time to rest, recollect, and rehabilitate. That is highly important for you all. I'm also hearing that y'all can stand to add apple cider vinegar water to you all's regular routine, drinking it, that is, drinking apple cider vinegar water. Either once a day or once every other day, like a whole 16-ounce bottle or cup of apple cider vinegar water once a day or every other day, to help balance, keep balance, and cleanse your pineal gland, which is highly responsible for your spiritual abilities and such. Whew. And what's also tied to this, okay, take the meat, spit out the bone, is that I am picking up trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. I know there's a whole trigger warning on this whole reading, but even more so, trigger warning. For some of you, this loved one, this brother of yours, was taken. As in some other human being decided to play God on them, and they were taken. And this is another reason why the pain and anger of all of it hit so deep. I'm hearing that this is also an unresolved case, that justice has not been brought to this case yet, but I'm hearing that this loved one, and this is another reason why you're needing to tap into your psychic abilities and get in tune with them on the level to open up to them to be a spirit guide to you, because they want to guide you to help them solve the case. Whew. All right. So a lot of this is also meant to help bring you peace. And we're going to get into the signs and symbols of resonation cards amongst the extra things that they have to say. That noise sounding off really just fucking almost pissed me the hell off. I don't know if y'all was able to hear it, but it was just like a random ass striking noise from the refrigerator that just started getting on my fucking nerves as I was trying to make the transition. And nothing is a coincidence, right? So you all need a good fucking cry. Y'all need to like really go ahead and let your heart break. And that's not a coincidence, considering we have a heartbreak card in the layout, because what they're saying is you've been in a constant state of overstimulation because you've been harvesting and hoarding and harboring all of these grief-filled, anger-filled, sadness-filled emotions. And again, it's totally understandable. The thing is, you have become a slave to it. You've become a prisoner to it in some form of way. And you really, really, really need to find some way to break yourself free of this, whether you get professional help or you just really close yourself off in the bathroom with some meditation music or something to help you like really get into the depths of your feels in a safe manner, play some music, whatever, what have you, and just really allow yourself to cry and release everything that you need to release. Now I'm picking up, like I said, that some of you are musicians. You may need to write some music, put it in the music, put it in your art. You need to release, because you needed to release yourself from this prison of grief. Child. So, getting into the signs and symbols of resonation card, we have the friend zone card, which is sideways, as well as the love card, which is also sideways. So, similar to the previous group, they're also letting you know that, so for some of you, this individual, y'all were and or have been lovers over several lifetimes. So you know this person in spirit from past lives, and y'all were lovers. But in this lifetime, it was meant for y'all to sever that romantic love contract, because that part of your spirit is done with that cycle. That's also why that energy about like this very godly frequency that y'all radiate and that y'all represent, this is like a part of it. It's like that cycle is just over. And so in letting your idea of what your relationship with this person was and your idea of who they were go is also a part of, and this is also why I feel so strong, because a part of you has died. So it's like y'all have been walking around. Look at the imagery of the Two of Fields card, not the Two of Fields, the Knight of Fields. Look at the imagery of the Knight of Fields. Those two individuals look a hell of a lot alike, right? So on one hand, this is you and your lost loved one, the bond that y'all had. And on another note, that is you and you. So imagine yourself as the seemingly taller figure holding the seemingly shorter figure. That smaller figure of yourself, well, I just said, that smaller figure is the part of yourself that has died. And you've just been holding on to it. You've been holding on to it for so long, and it's stinking. You are walking around with, like, imagine you walking around with your corpse on your back. That's like the spiritual imagery and energy that is going on with y'all. And like, not only are you walking around with your own corpse on your back, it's like you're also walking around with the corpse of this loved one on your back. And it's sitting through, bag a lady, you gon' hurt your back, dragging all them bags like that. I guess nobody ever told you, all you must hold on to is you, is you, is you. One day, all them bags gon' get in your way. One day, all them bags gon' get in your way. I said one day, all them bags gon' get in your way. Back lady, okay? And I know when the lyrics say all you must hold on to is you, right? So that's why it's so important to understand that this old version of yourself that you've been holding on to is no longer you. It's no longer you. And I'm not gonna lie, for some of you, there is some freaky spiritual shit that has going on with y'all. It's like y'all have had a vestigial twin inside of you. So this gonna sound crazy, right? But take the meat and spit out the bone. This is how supernatural shit works. Okay? So some of you were a twin in a past life. Or you were a twin in several past lives. You manifested, I'm hearing your spirit was so big, you manifested into two different individuals. And y'all functioned very much so as one. But in this lifetime, that splitness of your spirit merged into one person. And so if you felt like, or even if you've been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, some form of schizophrenia and or split personality, even a major form of ADHD and or ADHD, autism and ADHD together, autistic ADHD, that's a sign and symbol of resonation for this message. And the reason why you have felt like your spirit has been so multiple like that and split and like all over the place is because you are a dual spirit, literally, like the imagery of the Knight of Fields there. You're a dual spirit or a multi-dimensional, multi-identity spirit. It's like your soul is literally a Gemini and or a triplet or a quadruplet. So, but it's twin energy specifically and triplet energy specifically that picking up on. I know that sounds crazy, but if you resonate with it, you're going to understand. If you resonate with it, it's going to resonate. So that is so interesting. And it makes even more sense, you know, why the messages are coming out, how they're coming out. Because this is the lifetime where, and it's going back to those messages about the codependency, a large part of your purpose in this life is to break yourself from codependency, break yourself from the like sidekick energy and or the two halves make a whole. And so for a lot of y'all's lives in this lifetime, you have been feeling like every time you get in tune with yourself, every time you get real close to yourself, some part of yourself gets stripped away or falls off or stifled or knocked down. Every time you get close to somebody, they get taken away. Every time you get super duper close and form this great bond with somebody, they get ripped away. And that's a part of why y'all have this fear of feeling and remembering now and getting so in tune with yourself or getting close to anyone else, because you fear that as soon as you get close to them, they're going to be ripped away. And Spirit is saying that that cycle will end as soon as you accept that it has ended and you let go. Let go of what you thought you knew and open up to just all new shit. And I know that that's easier said than done. I really, 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 really know that that is easier said than done. And that's why it is channeling through for y'all to seek professional help. And I don't just mean like therapists and things of that nature. I'm talking about also spiritual workers, because I'm hearing that some of you could stand to go to a spiritual worker. You can contact me if you want to. But yes, some of you need to go under hypnosis, and there are therapists who are also spiritual workers as well, and they do these practices and types of things. But Spirit is saying, as well as y'all's lost loved one, is saying y'all may really need to seek some professional spiritual and psychological cleansing, some hypnosis that can help you officially release this. I'm really hearing and sensing and feeling this is not something that y'all may be able to like do yourselves. Y'all need to contact a professional that, and I'm hearing hypnosis. It's giving hypnosis, someone that put you under hypnosis, even if they use psychedelics, and to help you meditate through it and help you meditate through the release, not only of like these different spiritual elements of yourself that I was speaking on, but also this lost loved one, so you can reconnect with them in a more evolved state that you're being called to reconnect with them. Because another aspect of this is, so there are some apologies coming through about, I'm sorry for blaming you for everything I just couldn't do, and I hurt myself by hurting you. On another note, it is, sorry I never told you all I wanted to say. Now it's too late to hold you, 'cause you've flown away, so far away. And that is One Sweet Day by Mariah Carey. The other one was Hurt by Christina Aguilera. So I feel like what's understood don't have to be explained. Spirit said for me to let y'all intuition work on it, and you know what it is. And the explanation that they're giving here is, again, they have sensed and recognized them here, and they always sense. And this is the reason why, for some of you, they didn't allow themselves to get close to you. They didn't allow you to get close to them as much as they could, because some part of them knew that they weren't meant for you in this lifetime, not in the way that y'all were idealizing. And y'all do have a new divinely designed partner, romantic partner, lover, that y'all are meant to connect with in this lifetime. But what I am hearing is a harsh reality that some of you may not connect with them if you don't allow yourself to break through this. Because this is some deep ass shit, and some of you have been very committed to putting a lock on your heart. You got this icebox where your heart used to be. It's so cold, it's so cold, it's so cold. Whew. And so to wrap up on these messages, the general consensus that y'all's transition brother and or brothers is sending y'all is to let go. I'm hearing let go and let God. And again, I and they acknowledge that this is easier said than done. And that's why there's also this huge striking theme of seek some professional help to help aid you through this. Y'all need it. Like, y'all need it for real. Do not try to heal all of this all on your own. Seek professional help. Okay? And with all that being said, child, if I do say so myself, honey, I have milked this cow dry, and I am thoroughly appreciative for the exchange of vibes. And if you feel synchronized, please do me a divine design and like, share, and subscribe, so that you can be one of the first to be back through these queenly qualities for the next time. And be sure to bless that comment section with your questions and conversations. And as always, I bid you in all ways light, love, healing, and liberation. Emphasis on liberation. Mwah. Greetings, sunshine and sunnies of group 3. And what y'all have here for one of y'all signs and symbols of resonation is this little cutie orange. Yes, what? And every group has the consensus and theme of needing more sweetness in their life. And perhaps even needing to indulge in more sweetness and also indulging in more organic forms of sweetness. That can be taken in multiple ways, you know, the literal sense of eating more organic, naturally made products, food, things of that nature, as well as the frequencies of what you're indulging in life as a lifestyle, as habits, as activities, education, and entertainment. What is the actual quality of it? What is the frequency of it? What is it rooted in? Because just because it tastes good or feels good doesn't mean that it is good for us. And that's interesting how that parallels with oranges specifically, because oranges are, if I remember correctly, they are man-made fruit. That doesn't make them bad. It does make them a little tricky. You have to be careful with oranges because they are good for you, but it's very important. Like, for one, it's highly advised that you don't eat oranges on an empty stomach. It can tear up your stomach lining and mess up your digestive system and such because of the construct of citrus and how acidic it is. So yeah, things of that nature. It can, if I remember correctly too, it can spike your sugar levels in certain ways, so you have to be careful about that. It can also be harsh on your teeth to a certain extent. So like, oranges are one of the fruits that, like I said, good for you, but also it's a stark materialization of the concept too much of anything is not good for you, even if it's something that is good for you. Right? So, all right. And for y'all specifically, it is, y'all might hear my stomach growling, and I'm sorry. But that's getting into exactly what I was going to say. The chakras, okay? So we got some sacral chakra energy going on here. Your sacral chakra may need some intense attention as well as integration with your solar plexus. So it seems like a lot of energy and things coming up there concerning nutrition. And this doesn't just have to mean in a dietary sense. This can also be, you know, what are you actually consuming with the people you hang around, the things that you do? What is it pouring back into you? Okay? So I'm going to reveal these cards here. Y'all only have 2 cards. That don't mean, you know, that y'all are lesser or Nathaniel. It's just how it came out, okay? I pay low maintenance around here is what it's giving, huh? Especially with that card that came out. So this card is representing the messages specifically from you all's lost brother, transition brother, passed on brother, and or brothers, right? And this card is more signs and symbols of resonation as well as anything else they had to say and add in. And so that is you all's layout, you know, the reveal of the layout. And we, without further ado, will go ahead and get into. All right, pal 2. This is a exciting bunch. Yes, this group feels really exhilarating type shit. And I would imagine that that's also a part of the energy of the orange as well. So y'all's brother and or brothers may have been very energized, very hyper spirited, free spirited, things of that nature. This could also be you as well, could be both of y'all. I'm also picking up that it's giving, since you've been away, I've been down and lonely. Since you've been away, I've been thinking of you. Ooh, I'm missing you. Okay, so it's giving they've been on your spirit particularly, I want to say heavy lately, but not in a, this doesn't seem to be a gut-wrenching manner, but more in a manner of like, I'm hearing for someone or some people, you thought that you had gotten the hang of your grief from the situation, and these feelings came up, but instead of going out of your way to stuff it down, you finally embraced it and you realize, I'm missing them. It's given that y'all have been, that's probably why y'all only have 2 cards, because y'all may have kind of already had the revelation and you just are like more so here for confirmation and reaffirmation, which is cool. And so yeah, it's giving epiphany. You had some sort of epiphany about why certain things have been bothering you more than usual lately, and or why it's been some kind of funk or some kind of dark cloud over your head and surrounding your energetic space, but it's just been having you feeling very like easily irritated at certain points, unmotivated, want to sleep a lot, kind of depressive energy, lethargic even. And it's like you had some sort of epiphany, and maybe for some of you this is also a part of it, your realization that it's stemming from you missing your passed on brother and or brother figure, because remember I opened up the spectrum of brothers, okay? So yeah, you've been missing them. So what I'm going to do different for this group, with the other groups I started off with the millennial tarot card, but for y'all I feel called to start with the signs and symbols of resonation card with the, you know, blank filling messages. But in this case, it seems, you know, they're leading, all right? We're doing some things different over here. And perhaps that's also a part of the theme and a part of the message that y'all brother and or brothers has for y'all. So, it's a communication card here from the Neon Love Oracle. I'm grateful for the way we listen to each other without judgment. So definitely for some of you, this is a part of what you have been missing about your loved one. They're one of the only people who you would trust to listen to you without judgment, and perhaps vice versa. There's a song channeling through called Half Crazy by Musiq Soulchild. I would sing it, but I'm not really that familiar with the song. It's the one that goes like, I know kind of how it goes. And I'm going half crazy, some. I do know what the song is about though. It has to do with missing a loved one, kind of more so in the idealized sense. Because in the song, if I'm not mistaken, they're still together, but it's like the longer they've been together, they've become strangers, and things have changed. Like they were once friends, and they got together, and it kind of changed the dynamics of things. I believe in one of the verses, he says like, "I used to be able to joke and laugh with you, and now you like hella sensitive about everything. You take a lot of shit personal now and stuff like that." So that could be the story for some of you. This person was like a brother to you before, not a blood brother, but y'all had a really, really close friendship, felt like a brother, you felt like a sibling to them, family to them, and then eventually y'all got together and it changed. And I'm picking up for some of you, they end up passing away before y'all had the opportunity to rectify the situation. And now it's channeling Resentment by Beyonce through, where it's simply stated, there's a whole lot of layers of resentment going on there. And I just heard, I forgive you, please forgive me. And that's a part of the communication. That's a part of the communication aspect. So tapping back into like specifically what the text says on the card, I'm grateful for the way we listen to each other without judgment. I'm hearing them say, I'm in the purest form now. Hit me up. Like I saw 1022 just as that came out, and as I was about to say, I saw her and saw No Hard Feelings. So 1033, as I said that. Oh. So in the general consensus, it's giving, not only have you been missing this person, but a lot of you were missing this person even before they transition, whatever happened that caused them to pass away. Oh. But the good news is, Spirit is saying, as well as them, it's like the only person like still holding on to the situation, any negative feelings concerning the situation at this point is you. And of course they're acknowledging that it's coming from the fact that there wasn't any definitive closure. And so they're coming through here to like take that opportunity and to give you that opportunity. And they're wanting you to keep in touch. They're wanting you to keep in touch. So what I'm hearing and seeing is someone has a garden, and they're wanting to let you know, they want me to let you know that they visit you in the garden. They hang out in that garden. Their spirit hangs out in that garden. And that would explain the orange here, right? So yeah, they want you to go to your garden with intention to tap in with them. And they want you to recognize your garden as like an altar for them in a way. It's like a little playground, like sandbox type thing, orchard for them. And 1, 2, 3, 4, as I said that. And they're wanting to give you some things. I'm hearing bloom. Interesting. I'm hearing bloom. I'm also hearing that's somebody's name. Someone's name is Bloom, or someone's name will be Bloom. I'm hearing someone is about to have a baby. You should name the baby Bloom. That is cute. That is cute. That is so fucking cute. For others of you, this brother meets you in the bathroom when you're taking a shower. When you're taking a shower or a bath, specifically when you're like really laid back, taking a long shower, like really just letting yourself soak in sauna in the moment, you know what I'm saying? For others of you, they visit you and or they want to visit you at a beach. I'm hearing Biloxi, a beach in Biloxi. I'm also hearing a beach in Georgia. Is it a beach in Georgia? I guess so, honey. Hell, it's a beach now. Is it a beach in Georgia? I'm hearing a beach in Georgia. Hell, they made the mountains. I guess they made a beach. Okay. Yes, honey. Yes. So Biloxi is channeling through once again for other reasons, not just the beach. Someone needs to go to Biloxi for something, a market, a farmer's market in Biloxi. Someone you meet in there, someone. So this ain't for everybody. This ain't for everybody. Yes, God. So for some reason, where that, so that's what they said. This ain't for everybody. Like they echoed it, but also I said it like that. That's a reference to "Welcome to Hollywood" by Jay-Z and Beyonce. So that song is channeling through. I'm not exactly sure why at the moment, but it just channeled through. It ain't for everybody. But yeah, dog. So for some of you, there's a farmer's market in Biloxi that you need to go to, and things for you to purchase, people for you to meet, and the rest shall be history. History and the stories about us. So come on over, baby. We gon' light some candles tonight. Very special. We gon' do whatever you like. Very special. Got some Henny chillin' on us. Very special. Hope you make the rest of my life very special. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh. So that might be romantic for some of y'all. And I am picking up an overall romantic vibe as well, because they want to meet you in the garden. Like that is so sensual. And oranges and the color orange, the colores, the color orange is associated with the sacral chakra, which is also associated with sensuality. So all of that said too, because of course don't get lost in the sauce if your actual blood brother is channeling through, okay? Because I know how some of this may come off, you know, because it has been a lot of romantic charges through here. But what's important to understand though is that sensuality is not exclusive to romance, you know? So that's a part of the point that they're making here. Sacral chakra needs to be balanced. So it has to do with the frequency of receiving, as well as the frequency of listening. Man, you ain't really want to be listening to shit lately. Like some of y'all, okay, been on really like, I ain't trying to hear that shit. Fuck that shit they talking. Whatever it is you talking about, whenever you get through. And they are saying, hey, cheer up, buttercup. Stop being so mean. Because not only is it some things they got to say to you, okay, as they've been saying through here, but also they're helping send some people to you that are either bridges to your soul tribe and or actual members of your soul tribe. And this will also be another way of you reconnecting with this loved one in different ways. And that is a brilliance of sensuality as well, because it's dealing with the senses, emotions, feelings, okay? So, like I was saying on the blood brother front, if you take the romantic elements out of it, the message is still staying. You know, even if it's, you know, once having a close relationship and then it dwindling off and things happen before y'all have the chance to reconcile, even in the manner of the sensual elements, if they want you to meet them in the garden or, you know, a beach, these different places that can easily be perceived as just romantic, but if you remove the romance element, it's still sensual. And so I am picking up this, they're saying it, they're calling the lot of you to free up your sexual energy. You need a sexual liberation because, yeah, a lot of you have begun to demonize your sensuality as well as your sexuality. And yes, I am hearing specifically for some of you, your blood brother is coming through saying, like, you sexy mother out. Like they trying to hype you up in a lovingly brother way. This group might also resonate with the first group, as well as we're finna segue into the Millennial Tarot card. Y'all may also need to tune in to the 1111 portal messages that I posted yesterday, and I'll try to put that link in the comments so that y'all can easily get to it. So yeah, because it's a similar message coming through as like from the first group that had to do with the brothers trying to make up for damage they did 2, 3, 4. As I'm saying this, the brothers trying to make up for damage they did when they were alive, not realizing exactly what they were doing and or the impact of what they were doing, and concepts of conditioning. So yeah, if you feel like that resonates for you, definitely go listen to group 1 if you already haven't. Okay, so back in general, and also to continue on with that, there are some of you, your brother was your #1 fan, and they was like, I'm getting an image of, who's that, Big Sexy? The girls walking down the street, and he is like hyping them the fuck up. He dancing, he jumping up and down, he clapping for them, like he is doing all of the things, literally hyping them the fuck up. It's channeling through, like, for some of y'all, that's exactly how y'all brother was for y'all. And since he's been gone, you've been like struggling to feel yourself again. You've been struggling to be that for yourself and hype yourself up, and even like open yourself up to surround yourself with other people who could, for lack of better terms, fill in those blanks. And that's a part of like what they were just saying about them trying to guide you and guide those other people to you to connect you with your soul tribe, because members of your soul tribe are hyper uppers. Hype me up. Hype me up. Yeah. So that's also making sense of the hyper energy that I was picking up on in the intro as we were doing the card reveals and like kind of unpacking the orange as the sign and symbol of resonation. That is really cool. That is really cool. And no, like real, my condolences that damn y'all, yeah, you know, that's had such the effect in that way. So again, the good news is I had to release that energy. That's what that giggle is about there. And also, they're saying with that too, they're wanting you to laugh more. So they're trying to also put you in more positions for you to laugh more. They want you to lay down, watch some comedies. They're finna put you around some funny ass people also, is what I'm picking up on. So, and then the Sagittarius energy is with the 9 of Wands in his deck and it's on edge. So 9 of Wands gives, you have been through the depths of despair. Child, the hills and the valleys of death. And you was tired, boss. You was tired, grandpa. But you still know that you must keep keeping on. So, this good news is gonna hit bittersweet for some of y'all. Because, yep, y'all brother is saying set y'all ass down. So, yeah, something has happened with the lot of you. Something has happened that has kind of knocked you on your ass. And the harsh reality is that's your setup for your soft life. Sit down, lay down, have some fun, eat some popcorn, eat a Snicker, go sit in the garden, go sit in the backyard, go sit in the woods, go sit on the beach. Like, just go do something that will make you feel good, make you feel better, give you a great laugh and some great joy. Go get some good warm hugs from some people. Because as difficult as it may be for the overtly logical mind to accept, sensuality is a major part of the soul's medicine. It's like the cause is the cure type shit. Because again, paying attention to the fact of like sensuality as it concerns emotions and sensations that we get from our emotions amongst the actions that we take in emotion. Such as you feeling sad and a good person gives you a hug. The emotion was sadness. That good person felt compassion. The action they took on it is to hug you. And the sensation that you can get from that if you allow yourself to receive it is uplifting, healing, a release, like a mutual release and exchange. Because interacting with really like good people, good spirited people, high spirited people, they have energy that is transmutative. So you don't have to, it doesn't mean take advantage of them or drain them, of course, but it's like you don't have to worry about being a burden when you're talking to them about your problems, or they extend to you compassion and things of that nature, because they just got an energy like, you know, that everything they touch turns into joy, turns into gold, turns into glitter, bubblegums, and rainbows. And so those are signs and symbols that your brother is sending you on how to recognize your soul tribe. And I'm picking up for some of you that you've been avoiding certain people that have that energy, that you recognize that energy in. You recognize that good, bubbly, glittery, sparkly, like genuinely uplifting, elevating, exhilarating vibe. And you've been avoiding them because they remind you of your brother. And you feel like it really, really hurts to face that. And your brother is saying, in spirit is saying, if you allow yourself to break through that, the cause is the cure. And so to wrap up on y'all's messages from y'all's passed on brothers, I'm hearing take a trip. And of course, I've already said a lot of things that tie into that concept, but I am literally seeing some of you, like they're showing it to me. They're showing me, y'all, some of y'all at least, literally taking a trip either with some friends or you going on a trip and meeting some people that you really fuck around and vibe with, and y'all end up doing like all types of group excursions and shit that end up becoming very healing and rehabilitating and revitalizing for you. Like on some eat, pray, love that shit. And I love that for y'all. So I'm hearing too, I'm on the edge of glory. and I'm hanging on a moment with you. I'm on the edge, the edge, the edge, the edge, the edge. And that's definitely a sign for if y'all haven't gone over there to the 1111 portal message video and tune in to those messages, because it will fill in the blanks of everything that I didn't say here. And like I said, I'm gonna try to make sure to put the link in the comments so y'all can get to it easily, child. All right. And with all that being said, y'all, if I do say so myself, honey, I have milked this couch right, and I am thoroughly appreciative for the exchange of vibes. And if you're feeling synchronized, please do me a divine design and like, share, and subscribe so that you can be one of the first to be back through these greenlit quarters for the next time. And be sure to bless that comment section with your questions and conversations. And as always, I bid you in all ways light, love, healing, and liberation. Emphasis on liberation. Mwah. Greetings, sunshines and sunnies of group 4. Last but not least, honey, and ain't gonna waste no time, gonna go ahead and get right into the specificities of this here reveal, starting with our sign and symbol of resonation. Y'all, Christmas tree cake. So this could be your passed on brother's favorite snack cake, and so Christmas could be their favorite holiday, could be your favorite holiday. Y'all can share the commonality of whatever favoritism y'all may have with this here Christmas tree cake and the concepts of Christmas and all of that. I'm also hearing that for some of you, trigger warning, there could be some trauma around Christmas as well. Yeah, we are in November, so Christmas is right around the corner, and hopefully some of the messages that come out, whatever messages that come out that can aid in that bringing peace, love, harmony, and happiness to the situation can help. Now, other things I'm picking up from our sign and symbol of resonation, an actual spruce tree is important. Like, that's what a Christmas tree is. It's a spruce tree. That's what it's called, in case you didn't know. So you may want to get a mini one, or you may want to go somewhere where there are actual spruce trees. You may even be thinking about getting a real spruce tree for your Christmas tree. And I'm hearing, make sure you educate yourself on how to clean it and or make sure that it's properly, debugged and don't have no critters in it and all that good stuff. As well as the best way to keep it, care for it, all of that. Also, we got the colors red, green, and white here. So those could be significant for one reason or another. Could be favorite colors, yours, theirs. It could apply to a special outfit. Maybe I'm picking up, 2, 3, 4, just as I said that. So that could be significant. Somebody have a significant outfit that was red and green and or red, white, and green. So we'll leave that at that until and unless more comes up about it. Now getting into the specificities of the cards for the reveal, honey. And when I ask for your passed on brothers messages for the Millennial Tarot deck, I got 4 of Thoughts, aka 4 of Swords, which is a self-care card. And it's also the Libra card. It's a Libra card from this particular deck in this particular suit. I see 3, 2, 1, as I say that. And that being said as well, your passed on brother could have been a Libra. You may be a Libra, and or whichever one of you is actually a Libra, either way, one or both of you may give Libra type of energy, which is like laid back, but very social butterfly. It's like great conversationalist, great bringing people together, great at, but yeah, they could have been great at bringing people together, great at listening, as well as likely acts of service. Could have been a really prominent love language for them as well. So yeah, just a little brief insight there before we officially get into the things. So then for more signs and symbols of resonation from the Neon Love Oracle deck, and also, whatever follow-up and fill in the blank messages that your passed on brother has for you. And we have the Queer card and Toxic. All right, y'all. There is you all's layout. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into... All right, now, getting into the 4 of Thoughts, self-care card. So that's the 4 of Swords. And the 4 of Swords it has a lot to do with rest and relaxation. And this can be by choice or by some circumstantial happening putting you in that position. In simple terms, by force. So what's coming up here is messages from your brother is take some rest to remember your passion. Some of y'all are literally makeup artists, estheticians, you do nails, feet, hair, cosmetology, one way or another, things of that nature. And you've been holding yourself back, trying to stick to the status quo. And y'all's brother is like, what are you doing? You know damn well you is not supposed to be up here just wasting your life working on 9 to 5, wasting your life settling for some lackluster relationship, friends that's doing the same shit, different day. What are you doing? Stand up. Your brother is saying get in your bag, honey, and not just about the money, but get in your craft. Get in your craft, because oh shit now. I'm picking up a collective of artists, visual artists like painters, things of that nature, performing artists, actors, dancers, singers, okay? But somewhere along the way, you got thrown off track and out your lane. And for some of you, this is around the time when this particular brother passed on. Something about their passing. Somehow you ended up, I guess, it wasn't fun anymore. It's like you lost your number one fan. It's like, or even your canvas in a way. I'm hearing your muse, your partner that you would bounce ideas off of, and things like that. Which would make sense because that is that good, evolved, creative Libra energy, the visualist. Oh, that's beautiful. And so, child, they're channeling the song "He Lives in You" from The Lion King. 822, as I said it. And that's definitely your brother reminding you, Simba, remember who you are. And also saying, remember that y'all spirits are inevitably connected because y'all are brothers. And that goes for those of you that, you know, even if y'all weren't blood related, y'all are brothers, be it soul brothers, whatever, what have you. Y'all are brothers. And or siblings, however they hit. But I am picking up a lot of masculine energy. Not necessarily masculine, like straight up masculine energy, but male energy. I put it like that. I'm picking up a lot of male energy here, like together. And definitely both are dual in a sense. Let's just go ahead and segue, right? Let's just go ahead and segue down to these signs and symbols of resonation and the blank fillers. So, of course, we have the queer card here. Being a part of the LGBTQIA plus community is a really important aspect of my identity. So this may reign true to your past own brother, whether you knew it or not. You may have had some, if you didn't know, you may have had some suspicions. You may have seen some things, heard some things. You may have found some things in recent times, or some things may have come out after they transitioned, as in passed away. That is, interesting. The way that just, okay. I'm gonna stick a pin in it. So also, I am hearing for some of you, it's not for everybody, but for some of you, a part of their message is for you to own your truth. You've been dealing with some conflicts of sexual orientation interests and or gender orientation interests. They're wanting you to get serious about making peace with that and being real about that and living in your truth. Because I'm hearing the truth will set you free. Oh, also, a song that's channeling through, and they want you to know that I don't know if y'all used to watch Everybody Hates Chris together, or that was one of their favorite shows, or that's your favorite show, but they're also bringing up how certain characters would be this running gag that would be on the show. They're like, when you in the shower, I'll be there. When you in your car, I'll be there. When you at school, I'll be there. When you at work, I'll be there. And that's what they're coming through to say to you. So it's two songs channeling through for that. And that's I'll be there. I'll be there. And they saying you ain't gotta call my name. You ain't got to, honey. They'll be there, period. Just look over your shoulder, honey. And then the other one is I'm screaming and louder. I got the power. Bitches can't help but be sour. I got the power. If you want to start a fight, I got the upper hand. That is Big Frida, louder. And so to also string it together, they let you know basically that they are lovingly haunting you, and they are going to increasingly lovingly haunt you until you get in your motherfucking bag. Period. Get in your motherfucking bag. Your craft bag specifically. And they're gonna get louder and louder and louder until you get the picture. And you know, to further re-emphasize, they're always with you. They live in you. Y'all always connected. I'm hearing this is an everlasting soul brother to you. Y'all have been brothers in several lifetimes. Y'all will be brothers in even more lifetimes. And again, if you're a female, don't get lost in the sauce of the pronouns. And or if you identify as otherwise, try not to get lost in the sauce of the pronouns. I'm calling it how it's channeling through. And just take the meat, spit out the bone. And you know something, I say it all the time, but I literally heard y'all's brother giggle when I said that this time, and I'm like, bro, you childish. So that's another sign and symbol of resonation there. They are goofy, silly, don't take shit serious, okay? So let's tap on into this other card over here, which is the toxic card. So this is a double-edged sword. Certain parts of it is not going to resonate for everybody, and then certain people will be resonating with certain parts of both. All right, so this toxic card here, if our relationship is going to have such a negative impact on your mental health, maybe you're better off without me. So first things first that I'm picking up out of this is this lost brother, maybe a trans person, and it feels like a police. They over here talking about double homicide. Police. But I was fixing to say dual death. It's like you lost them twice. It's like something happened when they first transitioned and or when they first came out. It's like a part of them died, a part of you died, a part of like certain dynamics and other friendships, relationships, just a whole lot of shit drastically changed. And for some of you, this may even be you. Okay? So again, take it how it resonates. And so I'm hearing peace. There's a call to make peace. And so for some of you, those of you where you are the queer person that came out and it's like everybody killed you off symbolically type shit, this brother, they were included in that at one point or another. They're saying sorry. Like I'm hearing they apologize and are remorseful for real. They don't know how to exactly put it in all of the like mushy chummy words type shit, but they do want you to know that they have learned better in their transition, and they want you to know that. But they also feel like you have a very hard time letting go of like grudges and pain and anger, things that hurt you. I'm hearing like words specifically, like when people say things to you, you take it to heart. And of course, you know, heartfelt person, it makes sense, and you know, shit hurts and all that. But I'm hearing you gotta let it go. You gotta learn how to let your hurt go. And so they're saying like release them if you can't deal with the connection anymore, the haunting of the voice. You need to find a way to release that anger. You need to find somewhere to release your anger and pain towards them, because it's so I can tell it's a lot of love here, but these belief systems and the conditioning and what was taught created noise, and it just got in the way and just chaos and just fucked every fucking thing up. And so you love them. The love never went away on either end. But for you specifically, what's coming up here is your inability to properly process pain and anger and the things people say to you. And that is a Libra trait. It's one of the unevolved Libra traits. Think about like Cardi B. They have a very hard time letting go of like being affected, being so harshly affected by the things that people say to them. And I'm hearing that's a part of what's blocking your creativity as well. You gotta find some way to release your grasp off being a slave and or a prisoner to other people's thoughts and opinions. Because what they're saying is, ooh, child. What they're saying is, you know fucking well that you better than this. That you better than how you're and how you have been allowing yourself to just like punish yourself, thinking that you're punishing other people. I just heard, what a real nigga is. What a real nigga, please stand up. Okay, somebody said get your ass off your shoulders. Like, so what's coming through specifically is they're saying ain't no way you letting some shit they had to say, knowing that they don't even fucking hardly take shit serious. No way. Like, not to negate the impact, but you better than this. You better than letting words imprison you. Stand up. Because I'm hearing too, for those of you specifically also that resonate with this message specifically, you the one with the way of words. You the wordsmith. How the fuck you letting damn near illiterate people work you up with their words? When you the queen and or king of swords, of words. You better than this. Stand up. Okay? And so the toxic element here, you know, presenting itself in general, even more so now, is freeing yourself from the toxicity of the situation. Okay? You may not forget, and if it's hard for you to forgive people right now, try to start with forgiving the situation and calling your energy back from it. And even call your energy back from your brother. Because I'm hearing too that that's also a part of why they gonna be haunting you so hard. Because they trying to help you find your way back. Big, big world, but you got it, baby. Find your way back. Don't let this life drive you crazy. Find your way back. On back on when the street lights on. Find your way back. Find your way back. 222, as I say this as well, The question they bear here now is truly ask yourself what's more important. Getting your happiness, your divine design, your best life, and fulfilling your creative alchemist as destiny, or holding on to some pain and anger from situations and from people who in certain cases didn't know no better, in certain cases couldn't do no better, in certain cases are just ignorant, illiterate, and just ain't hardly take shit serious. Which is more important? Because also what's coming through from your brother as well is from their side of light view, it's a way that they were able to see you better, to see themselves better as well as life. And it made them realize, one, ways that they could have and should have taken certain parts of life more serious. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 4 on the clock, as I say that. But also certain ways that they were right. That certain shit is not that serious. That certain shit is not that worth holding on to. Especially if it's the one thing that you can just go ahead and break through so you can get to the rest of all the greatness that you are and that you deserve. Hey now. And so I'm hearing now too, okay, concepts of this Christmas tree coming up again, 2020 and 2024 and 24 coming up, as I say that. Declare that Christmas is going to be miraculously joyful for you. That's what your brother is coming through to say. Declare that Christmas is going to be miraculously joyful for you, no matter what, unconditionally. This don't mean that you start doing the most to try to obsess over planning something or da da da. This is like a release exercise, actually. Just declaring and demanding to the universe, to God, to your higher self, to your inner God, all that, even to your brother in spirit, that this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Yes. Okay? Declare and demand that this Christmas is going to be miraculously joyful for you, and that the miraculous joy that comes from that Christmas will be everlastingly fruitful and multiplicative in your favor. Yes. And you're going to trust yourself to gain and maintain, baby. Yes, God. And to wrap up on y'all's message, I'm hearing, don't fret if you kind of like not feeling the most secure in how you're going to, snap into a Slim Jim as it concerns these messages, because I'm hearing your brother and or brothers as well as your spirit team saying, we're gonna get you there, honey. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get you there. Just like I'm screaming and louder. I got the power. Bitches can't help but be sour. I got the power. Hands on the ground, ass in the air. People talk shit, but I just don't care. Hands on the ground, ass in the air. People talk shit, but I just don't care. And with all that being said, child, if I do say so myself, honey, I have milked this conjurer, and I am thoroughly appreciative for the exchange of vibes. And if you're feeling synchronized, please do me a divine design and like, share, and subscribe so that you can be one of the first to be back through these queenly quarters for the next time. And be sure to bless that comment section with your questions and conversations. And as always, I bid you in all ways light, love, healing, and liberation. Emphasis on liberation. Mwah.